What's up, YouTube? Today's the day we start working on this 1971 C10 again. As you can see, it's full of dust and full of rat feces. So the first thing I'm going to do is pressure wash it and get all that out, have it clean. This truck was previously painted by us about 5 years ago, but since it sat in the corner where the sun hit it all day, the Bondo started cracking and the paint started chipping on the side the sun was hitting it. So you can see from there, and hopefully on the bed side. All that will get repaired as soon as I get this bad boy, this 5.3 liter Vortec engine started and running. But first, like I said, let's pressure wash this and get it nice and clean.
It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Well, she's all nice and washed already, you guys. Make it easier for me to work on this truck. You can see no more rat turd. The first step I'm gonna do will be remove all the old wiring harness that I don't need. So like this is for the dash, the wiring, the headlights, the column. I'll probably keep these. I'll see what I need and what I don't need. Whatever I don't need will get cut off and thrown away. And at the same time, I'll be mounting the PCM where I mounted it on my dad, which was right here behind the dash, right behind where the radio would be. This PCM should hopefully fit more nicer up, just because it's a smaller platform than the Caprice's 4.3 PCM. After I mount the PCM, I'll be opening up this wire loom, because like I said, the stock PCM usually on GMs goes on the left passenger fender. We don't want that anymore. I'm going to be running all the wires that have to be run through the alternator and the front system sensors through the middle of the intake, and it will be routed through the same hole, if not another hole more down, so it looks seamless and not a lot of wires everywhere. First thing I did was remove all the old wiring harness from this engine. As you can see, it's right there, spread out. And at the same time, as I removed it, Dad was cleaning up this engine and got it resprayed down, make it look nice. While he painted it, I started modifying this wiring harness. As you can see, there's parts where there's no tape or wiring loom anymore. I was removing the the wires that I need, like the rear O2 sensors. What else? Any, like the evap system, all that I don't need. Pulling out the positives that I need for the PCM. AC controls, drive-by wire, all the positives. Started taping it on back again. Trying to make it look nice and clean. Then I'll be relocating the PCM underneath the seat. I had said I was going to put it underneath the dash, but I didn't like the placement there. Since this customer may not be running a dash like my dad's, you'll be able to see the PCM, and I didn't want that to be seen. So I'll be running it underneath the seat where you won't be able to see it unless you look underneath it. That would be the placement of the PCM, and this is the drive-by-wire module. It'll be placed there. Wiring loom, I'll make a hole either here or use these pre-existing holes to run the wires out to the computers. And it'll be run underneath the tunnel all the way forward, and it'll come out through the rear end, through the rear of the engine, through the trans tunnel. Then from there on, I'm gonna modify the wiring harness so it can fit nice and neat, and you can hopefully almost see no wires through this engine bay. Slow, tedious project, but coming along nicely. Wiring, I'll probably have another day in wiring. Hopefully tomorrow will be the day we can hear this engine run again on the C10. I don't have high hopes just because I have to cut, shorten, and lengthen this wiring loom where it needs to be, and place it where no heat or anything will cause harm to this harness. But if I get it done tomorrow, I'll be sure making a video showing you guys how I installed it and how this truck is running. I have an update for you guys besides the weather. It's raining, you can see. Let's go to the engine bay first. I have installed all the wiring I have installed the wiring harness back onto this engine. So you can see really minimal wiring. You can see all the injectors, coils are plugged in. Fuel line is ran. All the wires meet up in the back, run underneath the trans tunnel. Runs underneath the trans tunnel, underneath the vehicle, comes out through this hole, and spreads out to the PCM and to the pedal computer. As you can see, out through the other hole, the pre-existing holes that were here, I'm going to be running a power wire through here to the fuse panel, and the other hole is used for all the electrical from the harness of the engine. This is going to be my remote, and this is going to be my battery. These are all the relays I'm going to be using. 3 are used for the fan control, which is low, medium, high, and then starter and fuel pump. Looks like a big mess inside, but hopefully tomorrow will be the day this truck starts up and runs. Won't be driving under its own power. Brake system's still not plumbed, or we don't have even a drive shaft installed, but it should be making some noise tomorrow. As you can see, we installed the fenders, radiator support. We even got the radiator installed. Gonna get a little wet just to show you guys. Truck's coming along nicely. Starting to look like a truck again. You can see from this side, almost no wires are shown as also. Besides these 3 wires, one's for AC, which is going to be rerouted back. I should have rerouted it before I taped everything up. This one's mass airflow sensor. This is going to be shortened up to wherever I stick the mass airflow sensor to. And the other one's another AC. Fuel line is ran. I turn on the light from my camera. Hopefully you guys can see it. It comes out of the fuel tank. It's AN-6 line. The hose is a nylon black braided hose. Runs all along the chassis. Crosses over underneath. As you can see, the fuel pump is located on the other side of this cross member. It is a Walbero 255 with the It's an inline fuel pump, and it has an inline filter as well. As you can see, fuel filter is the red and black one, and the fuel pump is that gray looking one. It's nicely ran. And I have a bunch of wiring under here, but that will get cleaned up. These are all the positives and sensor wires that go up to the dash. They'll get all cleaned up and rerouted. Well, that's a wrap for this video. Next video will hopefully be this truck up and running again. Please like and subscribe, comment down below, and have a nice day.